So absolutely.
What's the feedback been from your new employees that have gone through RedCarpet?
It is 100% positive. I've said this before, RedCarpet is absolutely the most phenomenal product that I work with. I own all of the HR products, including our website, and I love RedCarpet the most. And it's because it's enjoyed the most success, but also because it's so fun to work with as an administrator. And I get such positive feedback. I mean, it's amazing. We hire a lot of scientists. We hire IT professionals. We're a technology company. And it is amazing the feedback we've gotten. I had it's seamless. It is completely seamless. We have employees now who when they come through the front door on their first day, they've already done the things that takes a week for people who don't have RedCarpet or some sort of onboarding product. So you just think about the FTE cost for a given employee for a week, and that's what you've saved. So how many employees does it take to pay for RedCarpet then? Not very many.
Do you believe that it's going to help? You've used it for some time now, as well as all the SilkRoad products, in creating the employer of choice. Talent branding is very important to your company. You do have a phenomenal corporate brand. This concept of employer of choice, how do you believe that RedCarpet enables your organization to drive that value proposition?
Good question. So I think that the way that RedCarpet allows us to drive that is just through the branding we're able to accomplish in the portal environment in RedCarpet. You know, it's a content management solution in the portal environment. We can build it like a website. We can build it like anything. And so we determine, you know, what information is out there, and that allows us then to acculturate people into this environment and really kind of set the context of the culture that we want to have. So it really allows us to become the employer of choice because we determine in this product what sort of culture we want to have, and then we can make it happen because those people come in expecting a certain culture, and that's the culture then that is created. So, you know, culture happens because there's guidance around how the culture and the environment needs to be. RedCarpet is the tool that allows us to do that because every single new hire, no matter where we are in the world, it has the RedCarpet experience. So we are able to set up a culture that is global in nature and consistent across all of our global locations, and we do it with RedCarpet. If we didn't have RedCarpet, then who knows what sort of culture they're going to walk into in Beijing. We don't know. We have no control over that. It's all controlled by the local office people, and that's well and good, but how does that then connect them back to the corporate culture here? And the way that that's done, again, is with RedCarpet.
And the experience of those folks in those geographic locations, can you talk about that positive, impactful, and their belief?
Yes. So we started out, we haven't implemented in every one of our foreign locations yet, but we started out in Edinburgh, Scotland, and they were kind of resistant to implementing RedCarpet. Oh, you know, our onboarding process right now is just fine. We don't need this tool to make it any better. Well, guess what? It's made it better. And if I tried to take it away, they'd be, you know, 20 or more times resistant than they were to the implementation of it in their location. And so that is why I love RedCarpet, because you cannot be unsuccessful with this product. You just and the receptionist hands you a manila folder with all these forms in it, and you are filling out the same information over and over and over again. How frustrating is that? Everybody has dealt with that frustration. No longer do you have to do that. I mean, it's the same experience when you join a company. Filling out your name, your social security number, your address, whatever, and you're doing it over and over again because every form requires it. So from an employee perspective, it eliminates that frustration. You don't have to fill it out even once because all that is automated through the RedCarpet and Open Hire process. If you have Open Hire, that it sends all the data over into RedCarpet, which then automatically puts it on all these forms, so the employee is not having to even fill that out one time. And from an internal perspective, same idea, right? You have all this information that you don't have to fill out not only over and over again, but even once. because the system is intuitive enough to pick all that information up and carry it onto every form, into every task, whatever the case may be. And on top of that, then you get to go back and reference those forms. So, we're a public company. We are subject to Sarbanes, and we audit against RedCarpet because everything we need to have is there. We don't print out W-4s anymore. We don't print out, all these pieces of paper that traditionally printed out and put in a personnel file. We don't do that anymore because it's sitting on the server. And so if the movement now across the world is going green. This is a great way to go green because you don't have to have a W-4 and sitting in a personnel file anymore. It's all done online, and so everything can be online. We're green, and it's accessible no matter what, and it really streamlines the whole onboarding process, whether for the new employee or for the internal people who have to do what they have to do to get the new employee up and running.
And how do those people feel, the value chain of the people that have to touch the new employees? Has it helped them be more coordinated in their efforts and help the company be more, we use the term day one ready for the employees?
Absolutely. So we had a process before we implemented RedCarpet. It was a workflow that had to be initiated, and it went to a bunch of people who really didn't need to know because the workflow product was not intuitive. So you couldn't say, oh, well, this employee's hiring into this location or this business unit, so it only needs to go to these places. Didn't work that way. But it was what was in place because IT had to have something to track new hire orders, for their Sarbanes audit process, And IT was they really didn't want, because they own that product, right? So they really didn't want RedCarpet to take this over and HR to take this over. They love it now. They want us to do our terminations this way, our internal transfers this way. Everything that we do, they want to do it through RedCarpet because they see the value of RedCarpet in tracking all these things internally through this single system, and in a much more efficient way. I mean, you're not finding out about all these people that are irrelevant to what you do because you're able to set it up to be very specific to the hire. So depending upon, where the person's hired, what business unit, whatever, however the company sets it up, only the people that need to know. And that creates a situation where you're not barraged with emails or tasks that you don't have to do.
And so the experience has been good for the new hires?
The new hires have loved it. Again, it's...
and the managers?
The managers, our managers haven't been terribly involved with RedCarpet. The way that they have loved it is because due to RedCarpet, the employees are ready to go on their first day. So they're not spending that first week trying to get to know who are the players in this company. We put that on RedCarpet. They've already read all those people, basically how your organization is structured. And not only that, they've met those people because we do profiles of all our management teams and all the teams in RedCarpet. So they've already read a little bit about those people. They've seen pictures of those people, so they know the players before they come in. So they're not trying to figure it out. They have already done all their tasks with regard to all the forms and benefit selections, things like that. All that's done. Excuse me. They know who to contact should they have any questions. They're not, wading through who knows what around here, or trying to acclimate themselves to the organization and figure out who does what so that they can get started. They're not walking into an office that doesn't have a nameplate on the door, a telephone, and a computer sitting there ready for them. So it's all ready. It's all done. It's done well ahead of time. Now, again, a system is never going to solve every problem. If you hire somebody today and they start tomorrow, well, duh. But if in your normal hiring process, RedCarpet takes care of all of that and notifies the right people. It gets the people, and it's become such a rote process for us. They get the notifications through RedCarpet. They go to town. It's done. We have had 100% satisfaction with RedCarpet, and I can't say that about anything else I've done ever.
So you recommend the product?
It is absolutely my most favorite product of all time. Absolutely.